Okay, Harlemites, we are here with Robin Bell Stevens. She is the director and executive producer of Jazzmobile. So this is special. If you are like truly from Harlem, in Harlem, you know Jazzmobile. So welcome and thank you for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me. And congratulations on your new podcast. I think it's something that is definitely needed in this community. So congratulations.
We're very excited.
Oh,
we
good.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Of course.
So, for those of us who don't know, maybe there's like transplants or new people coming into Harlem.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the inception of the Jazzmobile?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my favorite stories to tell, actually. So we were founded in 1964 by National Endowment for the Arts jazz master, Dr. Billy Taylor, who was also a Harlem resident, living in the Riverton at the time, and a woman by the name of Daphne Ornstein, who was an arts philanthropist as well as an arts administrator. And she was also the founder of another Harlem-based organization before joining with Billy to start Jazzmobile. When they decided to do the programming, they said, Billy said, I got to get my friends involved. The first person he called was Mr. Jimmy Heath, another NEA jazz master. And what Billy and Jimmy Heath both realized that when they were performing in clubs downtown, the audiences were predominantly white. And they knew that at the core, it was a social justice issue because it was about economics. And we know about the economics and the disparity in our communities. So they made it very clear that they wanted to be in the Harlem community. Billy Taylor also had an amazing relationship with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And he had written this song back in the 50s called I Wish I Knew How It Would Feel to Be Free. And Dr. King declared that to be one of the civil rights anthems. So July of 1964, when we got founded, there were riots in the streets in Harlem and other communities. That particular year, that particular month, was because an off-duty white police officer, sounds familiar, had shot and killed a young Black boy from Harlem. And it wasn't even in Harlem, it was in the East 70s. He was visiting a friend. So all of that was part of the motivation for Billy to say, I am always about the community. Now I want to give back to my community. So that was the real founding and the reason for Jazzmobile, in addition to wanting to bring accessible, affordable, say free jazz programming with world-class musicians into the Harlem community. And that's how we got started.
That is a powerful story full of resilience.
Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So what is it like now, present day, for Jazzmobile? Like, what are the priorities? Do you feel like you're still able to, is the Jazzmobile able to live out the mission that it's set for?
Right. So the mission statement is real simple: to present, preserve, promote, and propagate America's classical music jazz.
Nice.
And we've been doing it for 59 years. In July, we'll launch the 60th anniversary of the founding of the organization. And we've been true to that mission. You know, every so often, the organizations, you get together, you say, well, let's take a look at our mission and see if it still has value. We can say for 59 and a half years, our mission still has values. And the programs, our core programs, have been free and they remain free. I remember once a funder came to me and said, so does that model still work, having free programming for the community? I let the question sit in the air for 10 seconds, a trick I learned from my dad, and so they could hear what they just said to me. And then I said, well, are there still underserved communities throughout Harlem and throughout the city of New York? And as long as they exist, there will always and forever be a need for Jazzmobile. Is music education taught in every school in the city of New York? I don't think so. So there will always be a need for Jazzmobile, but not only Jazzmobile. We always applaud any other organization that comes along that shares our mission. Like Gail Brewer was saying earlier, we believe in STEM, but we say it takes STEAM to move forward.
Yes.
And that's where the arts are. So STAM. And studies have been done ad nauseum about schools that do not have art and cultural, specifically music programming. Those students score much lower on those standardized tests, particularly in math and verbal. So we know that there's ever a need for Jazzmobile, and we keep our programs free still. July, August, and September is Summerfest. That is our signature program. We have others, other education programs, other performance programs, but given the little bit of time I have left, I want to acknowledge the phenomenal Gail Brewer, who, when she heard that our Jazzmobile float that traveled around bringing free concert had died, she said, no promises, but submit a proposal and we'll see what we can do. and we were awarded a grant. So we are in that process. As she has mentioned, it takes a little while to get through it, but we are in the process. And we're hoping that by the 60th anniversary of our Summerfest program, which kicks off in 2025, we will have the float back on the streets of Harlem and throughout the 5 boroughs.
That is so exciting. Well,
you.
good luck.
Thank you.
And I hope everything goes well with the proposal because Jazzmobile is definitely part of the Harlem culture and we cannot go
Absolutely.
without.
I appreciate you saying it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.